Warp Pipe Wednesday.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Warp Pipe Wednesday. I'm Russ Lyman.
I am NES Addict.
And I guess we got a doozy for you to start off again.
So last week we started off with all my vehicle problems. The problems don't fall. I can't talk. The problems don't stray too far from me is what I'm trying to say. So this week on Sunday, I went to the ER, and here's how and why. So Saturday, I decided I was going to start pressure washing my driveway, and Sunday I picked it back up because I didn't finish it all Saturday. So Sunday I'm pressure washing. I got my new like I guess connection to the pressure washer that I bought the day before because I broke
the wand or whatever.
Thank you, the wand. I just couldn't think of the right word, so thank you for chiming in on that. Yes, the wand. I broke the other wand, so I bought a longer one, and I almost bought a new hose too because I thought my hose is a little bit wore out. I should buy a new hose. Didn't feel like spending the money. Didn't buy the hose. Should have bought the hose. So pressure washing, everything's going well, and I noticed that I can hear a change in the sound of the water coming out of this like disc thing I have that basically spins and cleans your driveway. And I was like, huh, sounds like the pressure, just dropped. And I said, I'll give it a minute, see if it comes back up, because sometimes it's just the water coming through has to catch up with the engine. And never caught back up. So I finally turned around after probably like a minute and a half, and I see water squirting out of my hose. So I'm assuming what happened is the connector from the engine to the wand is very rigid and it's very stiff. It doesn't move very well. It's not like a regular water hose. It's a lot harder. So what I think happened is I think that it touched the motor where it was hot and it burned a hole in it.
Oh, okay.
So it was spraying water. Well, stupid me, in a moment of unclarity, I should have turned off the water first. I just go to grab the hose to see what's wrong with it, and it sliced my finger wide open. And I just felt instant pain. I didn't even look at my finger. I just wrapped it up with my shirt. And I ran in the house and I was like calling for my wife. I was like, Haley, you got to look at this. I don't want to look at it. I'm sure it's going to be bad. And so I finally looked at my finger. And for those of you watching on YouTube, if you're not a fan of heart, sliced me wide open on my thumb.
Little super glue, seal that up.
Luckily, I did not need any stitches, and so I'm just kind of going with it now. But a hand surgeon looked at me. They did a couple X-rays to make sure I didn't break the bone because apparently that happens sometimes.
Really? Wow.
No major tendons torn or anything. It is very sore, but I've been using it. Yeah, but that's how I spent my Sunday.
Lordy.
I know, right?
I had quite a different week. So this past weekend was Retro World Expo out in Hartford, Connecticut. It was Saturday, Sunday for the event. And I went down on Friday night to drop my scooter off. I have the Yoshi scooter, so they wanted to put it on display inside the convention center. So my buddy loaded it on his truck and took me down there. Trying to think. Actually, I think we went Thursday night, dropped it off. I set it up, and then on Friday, I actually drove myself down to the convention center because Dave was there with Retro Rick, and they were kind of walking around the convention center pre-opening. So I said, well, I gotta head down there to work on the scooter because I want the display for it to look a little nicer. I just had parked it against a back wall, but we ended up bringing these carpet tiles essentially, and I put the carpet tiles down.
Nice.
And
was there a color scheme to those?
Yeah, so it's just green carpet, and then I put green lights so it fits with the whole Yoshi theme there.
Oh, I like that.
And then I put my banner for my car behind it, and I have my Mario helmet. And what I had to do was I put a my like bike lock around the straps of the helmet and put it under the scooter seat and lock the seat. This way, no one can just take the helmet and take off with it.
Right.
And it also deterred people from sitting on the scooter and taking a photo.
Right. Smart move.
So that was cool. I got that set up, and then ran into Retro Rick and Caleb. Phoenix Resale was there as well, and we went down. There's a like bar restaurant connected to the convention center hotel, so we had hung out there for a little bit. But we did walk around the convention center slightly and seeing what people had. And I did pick up where did I put it? I got a copy of Tennis on NES for $5.
Nice.
Random. I'm gonna do a video on it because there's a cool trick you can do with Tennis and Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I heard about that recently.
So I
I
was
saw
like,
it on TikTok.
that'd be a fun video. So I was like, all right, let me grab this. Um, and then yeah, the next day, I ended up waking up pretty early because they had early access at 9 a.m. The con opened to the public at 10 a.m. But I had like all access badge as a guest, so I could go anytime. And I got my friend Dan Buchanan to come down. He's never been to a convention before, so I said, "Hey, if you meet me at my house at like 8, you could ride with me." I was bringing the Mario Kart car up there because they said I can park it out front of the expo center instead of inside, so this way I can leave the same night. I didn't have to worry about it being in the convention center.
Nice.
And then he got stuck in some traffic, so he didn't get to my house till like maybe 8:15, 8:20. So I was like, all right, well, we'll hightail it up there. And then we got good distance on the highway. And then you know how they're setting up for construction? They had like two cop cars slowing the traffic down.
Oh yeah.
I can see the construction vehicles in front of that. I'm like, darn it. So
Yeah.
we got there a little after 9. So we still got in before the general public. But yeah, and then we just cruised around the con. I chatted with Tom Ryan, who was there. My buddy, he had an his booth, artist booth there selling prints, enamel pins, comics, and stuff like that. And yeah, had a good time. I dressed up as well as Spider Man because my wife and daughter showed up a little bit later, and we dressed Gwen up as Spider Gwen in her
Nice.
little onesie there. So
That's awesome.
we did get a photo together, dressed up. Let's see. Where's it? Where's the good one there? Here's our family photo. I think I had posted it, but
Ah, very cool.
yeah. So I was a little hot in that because it's basically a onesie sleeper thing, and I just
Yeah.
pulled it on over my clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Not a
but
fan.
then I did have like my kind of like low budget, easy cosplay. It's a Resident Evil shirt with a RPD hat on it. So it was like I was part of Raccoon City Police Department from
Look
Resident Evil.
looks comfy enough.
Right. Simple, easy outfit there. And I got to meet a bunch of people that listened to the podcast. They were coming up.
Sick.
They're like, hey, I listened to the podcast, like love it. So much appreciate everyone coming up to me saying they watched the weekly War Pipe. And we appreciate your
Yeah.
support.
If you walked up to Russ and spoke to him, let us know in the comments below. We want to know who you are. Or I want to know who you are since I wasn't there to meet you.
So that was a good time. I picked up a very few items. I picked up this guy had a ton of 3D printed things. I picked up this dry bones.
Oh, he's awesome.
I thought was pretty sweet. See if it focuses on there. Because he's all like, he could just fall apart, like, and then how he comes back. I was like,
Yep.
that's really cool. And he was like, I don't know if he was, I think it was $10, maybe, or $5. I don't remember. So I got him. I thought that was sweet. I picked up these. This is right up your alley, Jay. You probably have these here. I
Let's
picked this
see.
up for $8. We got Super Mario Brothers napkins.
Those are beautiful. I don't think I have those, but I like them.
The guy told me I was chatting with him at his booth. We ended up because we were going out to eat, and he said if I made a video of me like eating something like disgusting, and then I just like rip this open and like use it, he'd give me another package for free because he had about 8 or 9 of these.
Did he give you the second one free?
So it was like towards the end on Saturday, and like I never had time, and I was like, whatever. I was like, I mean, I'll probably open it. There's 16 napkins in here. Maybe I'll frame one and then use one for a video or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. It doesn't have to stay sealed.
Those are good Nintendo oddities, my friend.
Yeah. So I grabbed that, and then I got these here, which are pretty neat. They're Japan exclusive. If you pre-ordered the game Chrono Trigger, you got one of these holographic cards here.
Oh, that's sick.
So it has the cover, and then I got this one has the time machine on it.
Yeah, that's sick.
So I hadn't seen those. There's 18 total in the set. The guy I think had like 6 of them.
Those are sick. What'd you pay for a card?
They were $15 a card.
Yeah, that seems about
I
fair.
put it in a bundle with David. I think it ended up being about the same. So I was like, I mean, that's fine. I didn't really spend too much on that. And then I did get, we kind of went big on this purchase here. I said our buddy Tom Ryan does art. So he buys a lot of blank comics. So
Okay.
it's an actual comic book, but they don't have a cover on it, right? It's blank. And then so you draw the cover. and
Interesting.
and Steph was like, looking at this one, and she thought it reminded her when we were at Disney. So I picked up this Darkwing Duck.
Let's get
So
dangerous.
it's a #1 issue, and so the cover was just all black, and then so he drew all the white on it here.
Sick.
So pretty sweet when I get like a nice frame for that to hang that up, because I had when we went to Disney, I had gotten a Darkwing Duck shirt and an enamel pin from Disney. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Other than that, I don't think I got anything else. Oh no, I did. It's right over there. Let me go grab it. You'll like this one.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what Russ has. Russ is wearing an interesting green shirt with some kind of a little logo on where like a pocket would be on the front. So when we get back and he shows us, I'm going to ask him what that is.
All right, so this was technically my first purchase at the convention, and I got this guy here.
For those of you looking and watching, you are looking at a beautiful second series of Batman trading cards with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton on the front. That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
So it is just the box. I got it for $5, which I was like,
That's a
that's fine.
steal.
But I have, so this is perfect. This one's already displayed. I have the Batman Returns one with cards in it.
Yeah.
So I would love to get some cards to put it in this. Tom Ryan said maybe they sell like plastic protective cases for like Funko Pops or certain things like that. I might be able to find one if I just want to put it over the case like this. But that's awesome that I have Batman and Batman Returns the cards.
I love that box, dude. That movie, dude, do you remember seeing that movie as a kid?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
I
And it
have,
was so different because people like before this, Batman was Adam West, and it was very campy,
yes,
very bam pow. Oh no, like holy rusted metal, Batman, like
Holy
so like
Rusted Metal.
so when this came out, and like also Michael Keaton being cast as Batman because he was like Mr. Mom, and
Hmm.
like they're like what, like so left field, like what, he's gonna do a terrible job, and then it was like perfect, like Tim Burton, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, like, damn, couldn't get any better.
Exactly. Dude, it was so epic. I remember that summer that being the most hyped up movie that I could ever remember to that point in my life. I remember it was like 19 summer of 1989 was like Batmania. It didn't matter what store I went into, there was some kind of Batman merchandise everywhere. And I remember that was all I wanted was to see that movie for my birthday. And my dad took me to see it. So that would have been my 8th birthday. And my dad took me, I guess, because he was a little concerned that, some of the movie might be a little too mature for me. And there were a few parts that creeped me out. I remember like when the Joker shook that guy's hand and had the buzzer and he fried him.
Yeah, that could be scary for a kid for
That
sure.
that freaked me out a little bit. And then the part where he's like, "I'm melting, melting," and then his makeup's just coming off or
Right,
whatever,
right.
and he's like, "Boo." But but man, I just remember sitting at the movie theater with my dad, and he pulls out that long
The
gun,
gun.
and he says something about, "Come here, you gruesome son of a bee," or whatever. And my dad just looked at me and said, "Don't say that word." But, man, I don't think I ever saw a movie with my dad, just me and him, but
Hmm.
we saw Batman 1989 together.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly a classic for sure. And yeah, I said I have my my tattoo is kind of based on the Tim Burton style because
Yep.
that's what the NES game was based on.
Yep.
Also, fun fact: so you guys are watching this on Wednesday because it's Four Pipe Wednesday. Um, so the day before, I would have going for my tattoo. My appointment's the 5th, so my arm should be covered at this point now in a week.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, so Russ, when you stepped away a minute ago, I was telling the audience because I had been thinking about this the entire episode. You have a very cool green shirt on, and there's some kind of a little logo on the like where the pocket would be, like my shirt.
Right.
I just want to know what kind of shirt that is.
So it's a company called Into the AM, and
Okay.
that's their logo. They had sponsored one of my videos. They reached out to me, and I actually got like a bunch of clothes for free. Like they paid me for the in clothes. No, actually, no, I got clothes and I got paid, so I got double down. So they did one of the
Nice.
videos, and then I just loved the brand, so I went back and bought more shirts. So I have maybe 5 shirts that are just solid colors with the logo. So I have like green, blue, purple, black, and white. But you can get them without the logo. You can get it just as a plain shirt, but I thought it was like a little neat, like,
Yeah.
and I've been wearing
Yeah.
it a lot in my videos, so it's not as distracting. So it's like solid color. Here's me. You're focusing.
It just looks very comfortable. And I just
Yes.
that logo is so minuscule, at least looking at it on camera. I just was like, I'll be honest, what I thought it was an Atari Invaders like spaceship
Right. It's a
from
weird
afar.
like A and M mixed together,
Okay, I
but
see it now.
I can see, be almost looking like a spaceship or
Yeah.
video game thing. So that's kind
Yeah.
of cool.
But yeah. Anyway, so I was just trying to think of something to fill the void while you were going to get your Batman box, and I was just
Fair
commenting on
enough.
your shirt.
Yeah, I did have a like discount code. It was like Into the AM, slash Russ Lyman, and you save whatever 10 or 15% off your order. So I don't know if it's still up because I did the video maybe like 4 months ago or so. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Maybe they'll reach back out to me and we'll do something.
Yeah. Send me some shirts.
There we go.
I won't make a video because I'm lazy, but send me some shirts.
I do have some new shirt designs on my shop. Um, Again, if you go to the Russ Lyman YouTube channel, you can now view merch like under the video. And I have a shirt that has the Nintendo controller, but it's taken apart like in pieces,
Hmm.
and it says "Keep your world fun bit by bit." And then I did one that has like the "Play It Loud" logo from Game Boy, but it
Yeah.
says Russ Lyman "Play It Loud."
Sweet.
So
Yeah.
those are pretty fun.
If anybody wants an NES Addict shirt, just go to teespring.com, type in NES Addict, and you can find my stuff. Um, I'm probably going to only leave it up for one more year because last year I don't think I got any shirts sold, but I did re up my. They charge you for the website, I guess. Um, so hopefully somebody buys at least a couple shirts this year to make it worthwhile. But I don't know that I'll continue them again next year. So if you want a exclusive NES Addict shirt, that might be a quote unquote collector's item to the to the one NES Edit collector out there.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
get it now.
Get it now. So I was gonna show you too. I have a short video. I'll play for you. I don't know how well it'll be, but on Sunday I couldn't go to the convention Sunday, so I only got to go on Saturday. On Sunday, my friend Chris and Dee, they're getting married, so they had like a Jack and Jill event, and Chris used to be in a few bands, and my band had played with his band a bunch. So what they were doing is they were having some older bands that they had perform. So it was one band called Moving Brooklyn, one was The Merit, and then at the end of one of their sets, they ended up covering "Damn It" by Blink 182, and they brought me on stage to sing along.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, I don't know if you'll be able to. I did a full video, um, but you could kind of see me. I doubt you'll be able to hear it. Oh, I better
Did you
stop it at the
hear?
part. Did you hear? You the bleeper.
He bought it there.
You bought it there.
Oh,
So that was kind of cool to like perform. My voice was like shot from like the day before talking so much at the convention, but kind of fit with the song.
So, Russ, do you remember the it was like a men's clothing store back in the day? I don't think it exists anymore, called Structure.
Yes.
So that's why I used to sing it. I used to change the lyrics to that when I was around people I didn't want to curse in front of. Because like
Nice.
the timing, the structure. Did you hear he bought it there? Because it was like that structure. Anyway, it made sense in my brain and it fit. So
I can see it.
uh,
Um, what was it? Oh, and then during the breakdown of the song, of course, I had to sing the TLC. How
no
and damn it,
scrubs.
they have the breakdown. Yeah, and I'm like, no, I don't want your
Or
number. No.
or you could have sang they do we will never ever ever
Oh,
get
I haven't
back
heard that one.
together. Yeah, they do the Taylor Swift breakdown
I was
too.
gonna say they did Kid Rock too. They did Ball with the Ball, the bang a bang, diggy 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 said the
Oh
boogie said up
wow.
jump the boogie.
That's funny.
So that was cool. So I ended up making a nice video for them. This way they can look back on it. And I ended up bringing um, two GoPros and my Canon camera. So I set up my GoPro in the back of the room to do a wide shot. I put a GoPro by the drum set, and then I was just walking around handheld with the Canon. And then I edited a video where I can switch between all the cameras. And so I made a video for each band set, and I told them I'm going to do a DVD for it, and I'll give it to all the band members. And I asked one of the band members is like a graphic designer. I said, "Can you design a cover so it looks like a Warp Tour DVD?"
Nice.
So he's
That's
all down for that.
that's cool.
So then I'm going to do that. Put a USB drive in there as well. Because what's weird with me exporting a DVD, the highest quality I can do is 720.
Right.
Unless I guess I buy like a Blu-ray player or whatever. But I'm like, I don't want to invest that much into it. But if you get a USB drive, you can do 1080p or whatever.
I bought a Blu-ray burner and I can't even figure out how to hook it up to my Mac, even though the guy at Best Buy told me it was compatible with the Mac, and even though
Right.
the stupid box says it on the back.
Jeez.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know how to
had
do it.
issues with the one I have because now I had upgraded the laptop and everything is USB-C instead of USB. So I have to
Yeah.
use these freaking dongles
Yep.
for,
Dongles.
for everything.
Freaking dongles everywhere.
Hey, shout out to my friend Mike Levy. Mike Levy was at the convention. His YouTube name is Dongle.
Dongled. That's amazing.
um, yeah, but overall, it's pretty good weekend there. Um, and then Monday, I had to go back to work and enjoy reality again.
Yeah. Hey, at least your weekend, was nice and fun, and you didn't get pressure wash yourself like a complete idiot.
Ugh, you always hurting yourself, Jay.
I know I'm dumb. Either burning my hand on a motor or cutting my finger up with a pressure washer.
Could be worse, though, I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess it could be worse for sure. I'm still here.
I have been working on some new videos. Um, I had a chance to film a bunch the other day because my daughter was luckily napping a lot. I'm kind of taking a inspiration from a lot of the YouTubers that I watch, mainly John Riggs, and then uh, Square Pegs Jay. He's been
It's a good
doing
name.
they've been doing a lot of these like list videos, almost
Yeah.
like top 10 list
Yep.
videos, and they seem to do well and fairly easy to create. So I did a top 10 NES games you would rent
Yeah.
back in the day. And it's I did like short intro, and then it's just gameplay with voiceover for 10 videos. I speak 1 minute for each video, and then I got an outro. So it's like fairly the longest portion was me capturing the game footage. That took an
Yeah.
hour to do 10 videos. I mean, I'm getting like maybe 3 to 5 minutes of footage on each game. So
Yeah.
that took the longest time.
Yeah.
And then I did my first voiceover, and I did like maybe four of them. And I
Mhm.
was like, oh, wow, like I'm speaking way too much on this because I went and checked. Okay, John Riggs's video is like, 13 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was already at 13 minutes, like with four things in. I'm like, this is going to be like a 25-minute video. So it's got to be a 1 minute speaking the best parts of why you chose this game, basically.
Yeah. Hey, I'll definitely watch it when I get a chance for sure.
Yeah, so I put that one up, and then I started a new DIY video, which would already be out on the channel now since this is a week ahead. But I took a Funko Pop of Mega Man,
Yeah.
and I popped his head off, and I turned it into a shifter knob for the car.
That's cool.
So I have a few more. I had this idea like a year ago, even maybe even more, because I bought 3 Funko Pops for it. I bought Mega Man, Pikachu, and the Mandalorian because I was like, oh, the Mandalorian's hot right now, like, and now it's already like done, like season 2 is whatever, and like, but I'll still probably make that video because he has a good shaped head. Like it's just
Yeah.
the Mandalorian helmet that makes
Yep.
a good shifter. Pikachu not so much because of how his ears are.
Right.
It would feel like weird using it, so I might save him for a different project. I don't know.
Russ, I just thought of a T-shirt for you.
Oh, okay.
Russ Lyman, the hardest working man on the internet.
There we go. Yeah, I was busy. I tell you, yesterday with how many projects I was doing and like trying to keep my daughter like sleeping. Okay, she's sleeping. Let me go film this portion. I did like quickly voiceover here, packed up my daughter, went to my mom's so she could see the baby and went to the basement and finished my voiceover there and edited the video in the kitchen. Then left there, came back. Then I was working on the Mega Man head. And then I had to update a few things on some of the websites. Um, yeah, and I had a few other projects going. It's just
Russ,
like,
it
gosh
always
darn.
amazes me how um efficient you are at getting projects done. That was something I always struggled with was because I feel like I could find 1,000 other things that I felt like I needed to do, and I wouldn't allow myself to work on the stuff I really probably wanted to work on for all the other things that I felt
Mhm.
needed to get done. You know what I mean?
Right. I
That was like
mean,
my internal struggle. So I don't know how you do it, but you, sir, are
yeah, I don't
a
know
wonder.
how my brain worked. Yeah, because literally, also yesterday I had to edit and get the thumbnail for the War Pipe Wednesday of last week. So it was Tuesday. I was like, that needs to be up before that's over. So I need to finish that. And then I realized I didn't send out my newsletter. I got a newsletter you can sign up for. It comes out every 2 weeks. So I was like, oh shoot, I didn't do that. So I was like, I gotta put that together. So it was like I was up to
Yeah,
like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
I just feel like I would have to be single and
Right,
living
right.
alone in in a like an apartment or like a somewhere where I didn't have to take care of the outside
Oh, right, yeah.
with no pets and no family to get as much work done as you do. Basically, my house would have to be in like perfect condition all the time with minimal laundry, no outdoor work, and then maybe I would find time to get YouTube stuff done.
We'll see. Yeah, I said we'll see how long I keep it going. I can see, sometimes my daughter doesn't want to take a nap. She's almost going down to 2 naps a day instead of 3.
Yeah,
But I'm usually pretty good at like getting her to sleep. Like I can see she's getting a little fussy, so I'll put her in the crib and like rub her back. Like, okay, even if you sleep for 30 minutes, I can get
that's
a few
something.
things going. So I'm like, all right. Like tomorrow, I have off still and my friend commissioned me to make a tombstone. They're doing a video for Halloween, and they need a tombstone with their logo on it, and they're going to be making a promotional video. So they're going to have the tombstone needs to be wide enough to where they're going to place it on this, I don't know, contraption or a net, put dirt on it, and they want to go underneath it and like have their, hand come out of the ground, kind of
Yeah,
like they're coming out of the grave, and they're going to be holding microphones
yeah,
because it's a podcast. It's the
right.
Forgotten Cinema podcast, is the name of the podcast, and they're doing like a horror thing for October. So this is their like promo video for it. So they're like, can you make us a tombstone? So I just bought foam for that. So I'll probably make a video on it because why not? Halloween's coming up. So
There you go.
that's my project for tomorrow. Make a tombstone
Hey, Russ is always into something.
for sure. Uh, say that probably wraps it up. It's about a half-hour episode. I
Yeah, a little
think
bit
it's pretty
longer
good.
War Pipe Wednesday.
Yeah, it was almost like a full podcast here. So,
Almost. We're
and
getting
so
close.
someone was in my live stream, and they said they prefer the Warpipe Wednesdays.
Ooh, there
So
you
maybe
go.
maybe they just like the inside of like, what's Russ and Jay up to? What are they doing?
How has Jay hurt himself this week, and what other projects is Russ adding to his endless list of tasks?
Indeed, indeed. Oh, I will say, quick shout out to, let's see, where do I have it here? I thought I could have sworn I saved it. This one, Mario background, no. Outro. How did I have this set up? I did have Patreon somewhere, but I forgot where I had the Patreons listed as a shout out. Mario background. No, I don't know where I listed it. It must have came off. But hey, quick shout out to the Patreons for supporting the show and everything that I do. You can check out patreon.com/Russ Lyman. Every little bit goes towards basically supplies, projects, or anything I have going on with the channel, including the weekly Warpipe.
That's right.
Sweet. Oh, this is where I had it. There you are.
Bam.
Dan
There
and
you
Nicole's
go.
Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Livingood, Samantha Jenk, Rodney Torres, and Retroholic 16. You guys rock. Those are the top tier Patreons, but there's many more on there. So we appreciate you all.
Russ will be sending his OnlyFans pictures to you all soon.
Yeah, he always joked about that. Whatever. However, I got to make money to keep the channel going, I guess, right?
Feet pics.
Feet pics is where it's at. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening and watching. And as always, I'm Russ Lyman. Keep your world fun bit by bit.
Later.